The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Carly DeFulvio Allen. She is the managing director of Syracuse Stage.
I'm ready, Tom.
All right, you're strapped in.
Well, you know.
Since I was strap you down and strap you in.
Yeah.
Carly, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Did I say your middle name there, or you got two last names?
Is that I got two last names.
Yes,
yeah. Absolutely.
There you go. Are you from around here, Carly, or did you grow up somewhere else?
I'm from Rochester originally.
Okay, we won't hold that against
you. All right. Yeah. Sorry, thank you.
What part of Rochester?
Webster, New York.
Yeah, very nice. I love Webster.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I lived there, and then I went to college in Ithaca, and then moved to New York City. Right
New York City, really?
So Ithaca College or Cornell?
Ithaca College.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and the theater department there.
Yeah, very, very nice. I always, I'll tell the story really quickly because I'm 110 years old on the low side. But my dad did his undergrad and master's there in music.
Yeah,
and,
it's a great music school.
Yeah, it's great. And of course, obviously, years and years ago. But before they put the fence up for the overpass where people like fall off, there's like over the gorge there. Yeah. So there were no handbars, handle rails there back then. But I used to spend a lot of time in the practice rooms with my dad up there, and wonderfully creative school.
Yeah. It's great. Yeah, it's beautiful too. This area is just so gorgeous.
And then you scooted down to New York City, and you had no apprehension about that.
I did not. No, when you're young and you're full of dreams.
So you went right down to Manhattan all the way?
I did. Yeah, I did. Right there.
What'd you do there?
So when I first got there, I was company managing a show off Broadway, and then I moved on to Roundabout Theater, and I was assistant company manager there for one show, and to help fill in for now one of my best friends, her maternity leave. And to cover her leave. And then she ended up not returning, and they sort of did a trial season with me because, I was pretty young. Right. And then, 8 or 9 seasons later, I was still there, so it worked out.
So what were you doing? Oh, you were there.
Sure.
What was your role?
Right.
Sure. So it's called, I was a company manager, so I worked for a theater company called Roundabout Theatre Company, which is one of the largest nonprofit theater companies in the country.
What's the difference between that and being on Broadway? Like the difference between off Broadway and on Broadway?
Tom.
It's the theater size, the size of the theater and the location of the theater. So Broadway, as everyone knows it, is a geographic area in Manhattan, and you have to have over 500 seats or more in that theater, at the theater size within that geographical area to qualify as a Broadway theater.
I see. Yeah. So the theater you were working at was a little smaller than that.
No, my Roundabout days were Broadway theater, and then and then after that, most recently, I was on the general management team for Disney Theatrical Group. So I worked on Aladdin on Broadway and all over the world.
Good God.
There's a Beauty and the Beast tour that's going on.
So when I saw Lion King on Broadway, that was you.
That was my office. It wasn't me. That wasn't my title.
That was maybe 2 or 3 years ago. We were down there.
Yeah, I was actually here in Syracuse about 2.5 years ago with Aladdin for playing at the Landmark.
Yeah,
so that's
no kidding.
Yeah.
That's now. Were you ever an actress, or were you just on the management side?
Professionally, only on the management side. Okay. Just in high school and things would act. But
Tom was an actress. So Syracuse Stage.
Yeah.
All that in a bag of chips here. We've got professional theater in town. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Syracuse Stage. It's fantastic. I mean, the quality of work that's done there is so impressive. If you're looking for something to do, we've got something for everybody. We've got our next show coming up. Actually, I was in New York City yesterday. I flew in and out same day.
Wow.
We had our very first rehearsal in New York for a world premiere brand new play called Relentless by Ray Binstock, and our associate artistic director Melissa Crespo is directing. And it's a great new show. It's about boxing. So if you're familiar with, there's a famous boxing gym in Dumbo, Brooklyn called Gleason's, and it's essentially it's a fictional boxing gym in the play, but it's based on that. And what happens sort of when an institution needs to sort of find its identity in a gentrifying neighborhood and try to keep up financially with the world, and sort of that internal struggle of do we stay true to our roots or are we selling out and all of that. And it follows some of the local boxers, and there's a champion, Monique Jeffries, is a female boxer who had a great career and now runs this gym.
So a new play, like an original play. I'm like, let's see if it works. I don't know. And granted, I have the attention span of a fly. So an original, that feels risky.
It's always risky, but it's essential, right? You have to invest in new work. You can't just do the same things. That's how you discover, the new classics, right? Is by investing in new work. So it's so important to do that. And we've got a lot of new work. We've got world premieres here, like I said, with Relentless. Earlier in the season, we did the Hello Girls, a musical, if anybody saw, was just so fantastic.
I shot my eye out at the Christmas story.
You did? Yeah.
Yes, I shot my eye out. I saw that. I was down there to see you folks.
Yeah. So that's a classic and a favorite by so many people. So that was a lot of fun. But we're excited for Relentless. And then after that, we've got Joe Turner's Come and Gone by August Wilson, which is classic play. And then we're finishing our season with Disney's Frozen, the Broadway musical, which you might have heard of. Frozen.
Yes.
A couple people may be familiar.
Now, so that obviously it won't have the original people in it, but how do they recast that? How do you, Idina Menzel, how do you take that role and go, well, I can do it just as good as her?
You don't really. No.
Right.
Few people can sing like Idina, but we have auditions. We have auditions in New York. We had auditions in Syracuse. This is a co-production with the University Department of Drama, so we had auditions in the drama department as well.
At SU? Okay.
At SU.
But these are professionals. Tom doesn't show up and say, hey, I want to play Simba. I mean, you don't want him.
Yeah.
Right?
You're welcome to come. Everyone's welcome to come to the opening calls here, of course.
Okay,
yeah.
I see.
But no, these are professional union actors. A lot of times based out of New York City. Very often have Broadway credits that give their time here to Syracuse.
Theater is fun, and again, I have a short attention span. When it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
I saw a slow path. This was when you were in New York. Probably this is 10 years ago. 12 Angry Men. Was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was amazing. They did such a great job.
Yeah. There is no experience like being in a room full of people, having that shared experience and seeing something live on stage, because that's the only moment that's ever going to exist. Even if you film it, it's not the same. It's the only moment that's ever going to exist. And when it clicks and when there's things magical there, I mean, it's transformative.
Have you ever gone over to Europe, over to London?
I have. I've been all over the world for Disney. I've gone all over the world. I've been to China and Seoul, South Korea, and Australia, and it's universal.
Do you
theater.
see a big difference in the way theater is done in London specifically?
I think it's pretty supportive. I think it's more part of the culture there. People are used to exercising that muscle and going to see live theater more.
Right.
I think there's nothing like a big American musical here. That's what we do best, I think.
Well, Syracuse Stage, people that know it. People that haven't gone there. Holy smokes! This is the real deal.
Come check us out.
Here in Syracuse, SyracuseStage.com or .org.
Excuse me. Yes.
They can get tickets. They can find out information.
Absolutely.
Anything that's there is there.
Everything's on our website. Visit there.
And in the middle of winter, go see a play.
Absolutely.
There's things going on. But we appreciate you joining us, Carly.
Thank you so much for having me.